The views expressed by the guests of The Real ShowCast do not necessarily represent the views of The Real ShowCast or its hosts. Enjoy the show.
Deedle 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 deedle. Robble 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 deedle robble robble deedle. Welcome to the cast, The Real ShowCast. What? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Real ShowCast. It's the cast.
Welcome, everybody, to The Real ShowCast. I'm your host, Tommy Mack, and with me, once again, is my man, Eric Stretch.
Once again.
And I think we decided, we came to the conclusion during an editing session where we were editing the first episode, and I brought up potentially using other guest hosts. So if you've been a guest,
I did not like that idea.
you can come back as a guest host and bring your own guest, right? So which I think that it's a fun idea, but he looked heartbroken when we talked about it. So
well, listen, I appreciate you having me back all these times, and I'll be back all the time.
So the news is Eric is cemented in as the guest host, basically.
I have yet to sign a contract, but that is a verbal contract, and I'll take it.
And unless there's some other circumstance that comes up, but in general,
Well, we're back together, Tommy.
that's right. We are here. And Eric, in case you didn't know, we were in a boy band together, and
Yes.
all that jazz. So Eric, would you like to go ahead and move this along for us?
I would love
and introduce
to.
our fantastic guest today.
I just have to tell you right away that Tommy and I are thrilled. We're ecstatic to have you, and he is adored by kids of all generations.
You are adored by kids of all
all
generations.
but he is best known as Zachary Taylor, the legendary Black Power Ranger from the worldwide phenomenon Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Please welcome Walter E. Jones.
Hey, what's up, fellas? Ow, all right. I was so hard to be quiet. I was like,
Right.
I know, right?
What's gonna
Our
happen?
sound check was so low, and now
can I
we're
say
screaming.
something now? I'm, like, I'm here now. I'm here. I'm officially in. What up, guys?
Walter E. Jones.
Walter E. Jones. The E is for Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Glad
We
to
are
be here.
Thrilled to have you.
And for bringing
Tommy Mack.
your sweet paraphernalia here. Like you've got some, you got a little, it's not a bobblehead.
No,
'Cause I touched it
no.
earlier.
This is a Funko Pop. Are you aware about Funko Pops?
I have seen them.
It is a
but
phenomenon.
educate.
Okay, so Funko Pop, they started in the garage, right? It was like a little toy company. It started with the bobbleheads, right?
Okay.
And the things you used to put on your dashboard and the head would.
That was the same company.
Same company. So they did that, and it progressed, and 3 guys got involved, and now they are a phenomenon. Funko Pops are all about pop culture. So if you are someone in pop culture that's done something, wrestling or television actor, or movie actor, I mean cereals, like brands,
Yeah.
then you have a pop. And I have 2. So I have
You have two
have
pops.
two pops?
Actually, I have 3. I have 3 pops.
You have 3 pops.
I got 3
like a
pops.
Snack, crackle, and
Snack, crackle, and hello. And so I have the helmeted helmeted Mighty
Got
Morphin
it.
Power
Got
Ranger
it.
pop.
You got
I have one
Zach.
that's actually in the process of morphing, and now I have the unhelmeted pop, the Zach Pop, which
Zach
is
Pop.
my namesake, which is very exciting. Check it out here. We got all the different Rangers and some of the bad guys. You got Zarita and Lord Zed, and there's a Piggy. We got Alpha. We got
Rita
our
Repulsa.
Megazord. Right, Rita Repulsa.
Rita Repulsa.
That's a name, right?
That's
that is
a
name.
good
There's
name.
a Tommy.
There's
there.
a Tommy, yes.
And I have a brother named Jason as well.
You're trying to put it all in the family now. I see.
It's cute. It's cute.
All right, cool.
So I have a pop.
You got a pop.
You have
We
a
gotta
pop.
get you a pop now.
I would love a pop.
I'm sure you can find one.
So they decided that the bobbling wasn't necessary. We just want to go ahead and make it
I
not
guess
bobble.
they grew beyond the bobble.
They
grew beyond the
bobble.
They were thinking outside of the bobble.
Exactly, thinking outside the bobble.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, we're on a roll. This is gonna be good.
What's awesome is they actually had a documentary, and I'm in the documentary. It's called Making Fun, and it's
Okay. I think
Making
I've
Fun.
heard of it. Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. You
Okay,
should check
yeah.
it out.
Yeah.
And it's all about the way the company is grown and what they're doing now, and what a great company. I mean, like they're a lot of fun. I
Well,
did
they have to be.
San Diego, hey, because they're making fun, you know. San Diego Comic-Con, I was there, and they had a big show, and I went out with a couple of other guys, and Ming Chen from Comic Book Guys, and some of the fellas who were out there like cheering people on, and there's like 3,000 people in there in the room, and we're just getting them pumped up, and it was a lot of fun. It was cool.
Nice, man. Nice,
Very,
fun,
very
fun.
cool. And then
Making
of course this fantastic piece here.
Yes.
First of all, this is
if you're listening,
epic.
you're missing out. You need to go on YouTube and watch this because this is really cool.
Gotta see it. The piece de resistance.
Yes. Tell everybody what we were
What do
looking
you have
at.
here, my friends? Is the Black Power Ranger helmet.
The Black Power Ranger
The Black
helmet.
It
Ranger
is
helmet.
gorgeous, yeah.
Yo, that's black. See, that's
That is
Master now, right? Master,
very cool.
The Master Dizzle right there. Master Dizzle and the Izzle. For shizzle.
And I got to see what it looked like inside too. It was,
Yeah.
it was kind of cool. You can see through.
Which sounds weird, but okay. Yeah.
Let me inside.
Yeah, he didn't put it on.
I didn't put it on.
We didn't take it and put it on his head, although
I
that
I
could
don't
be an
want to touch
interesting
it. I
thing.
just want to admire it from afar because my inner Mighty Morphin Power Ranger fan freaking out is
That child
about
in
ready
you
to
is
come
like-
out. It's really, really special and it's really cool.
Yeah,
and
bro.
It's beautifully
If he lets me,
designed.
I might have to take a picture with it later though.
Yeah,
on my
absolutely.
head.
I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna
Tommy,
fit
you
your
have a
head.
big
Will
head.
it come off? I've got a large head.
You do have a large
I was
head.
gonna say that, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it out
No,
loud.
it's true.
So-
It's
and
true.
His Eric
It's
said
true.
for me. Yeah, I mean, it's not the head. It's the head. Okay.
It's the head.
Yeah, no.
It's,
okay.
it's
Let's
definitely
go with
not
that.
the hair because I
It's
got a
not the
pretty close
hair.
cut recently. So
No.
it's the head. I've
But
got
it's a
large
very
head.
attractive head.
I
So there you
appreciate
go.
that.
There you go.
you.
It's funny because I travel the world. I do Comic Cons all around the world. I've done. Last year I did 29 shows. This year I'll do about 26 shows. It's our 25th anniversary, which is exciting.
Yes.
And,
It just happened actually, right?
just happened. It was August 28th. Was the official day of our 25th year, and we actually had a day, the official Power Rangers Day. So August 28th every year is official
From
Power
here
Ranger
on
Day.
out.
From here on out.
In perpetuity.
And there we go. In perpetuity. I saw that in the contract.
right?
Yeah.
That speak.
I like it.
Language.
It's the speak.
It's the speak.
Yeah,
Well-
but I get to travel the world, which is awesome, and I take my helmet with me and
In a little drum case.
a drum
little hat-
case. It
hat
protects
case.
it.
Is it a
yeah.
drum case? It looks
It
like
is a
it's
drum
a drum
case.
case.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
snare drum case.
Because I've destroyed a few other helmets. Yeah, trying to.
So
carry
you're
it.
keeping this puppy safe.
This is my baby, so I'm taking care of it. It was actually given to me by a fan, a guy named Aniki, who makes helmets,
wow.
and he lives in the Philippines. And he made me a helmet and sent it to me years ago. That one got destroyed, and so I had to get it refurbished. And then I went to the Philippines last year. This year, I was in the Philippines this year, and he walks up on me. And he's like, "Bro." Actually, that wasn't in the Philippines. It was in Jakarta. He's from the Philippines, but I saw him in Jakarta.
Okay.
And
you should meet up with him more often. You'll
I
get-
know.
Every
All these-
time you get another one.
It's all exotic
What else could he
places,
make?
right? I'm like, hey,
That's exciting.
he makes helmets. He's backlogged for years. Like you can order one, but it's gonna take a minute.
The Power Rangers helmets.
Power Rangers helmets. He makes all the different kinds. So he's made molds, and it's kind of cool. It's very
Very,
cool.
very cool.
Yeah.
So speaking of Power Rangers,
Yes.
let's talk a little bit about Power Rangers. If you've been under a rock and you don't know what Power Rangers is, it's a show, right? Can you tell us a little bit about the history?
Yes, but not only that, can you remember the original pitch when you first started the show and first started doing interviews? What the original pitch was that you had to give to the reporters and to the fans about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
The original pitch.
It doesn't have to be
Original pitch. When
It
someone's
is-
like, "So what's this show about?"
Okay, it's about 5 teenage kids that are recruited by a super alien from a different planet to save the world from evil, basically.
That's a good
Great.
cause.
That is necessary.
It is not, you know what, we got to have that, you know?
Absolutely.
And we were teenagers with attitude, which is interesting because we were teenagers with attitude because we were leaders, we were confident. Right? We all excelled at something, which made us be like, I don't have to listen to you. I'm confident. I know where I'm going. I already have my head in the right place, you know, which is good.
Driving the parents nuts,
yeah,
or
there's that.
making them proud.
Or making them
Or a little
proud.
bit of both.
Usually making them proud, but having a little bit of attitude about it. It's that attitude where you feel like I'm already grown, so you can't tell me what to do.
Teenagers.
Yeah,
Right? They're
there
the,
you go.
the
But I'll be home
scariest
before
species
the
on the
light
planet.
comes on.
I'll be home before the light comes
Street
on,
light,
right?
Street
Exactly.
lights
You
come
remember
on.
that, right? The street
Street lights
lights.
come on.
That's how you knew.
But see, that was back in the day. Kids don't even go outside anymore. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're already.
Yeah,
They're all like
they're
this.
and they're in the internet, which is awesome.
Finding Wi-Fi is the most important thing.
Hey,
Finding Wi-Fi.
I think we should make a movie called Finding Wi-Fi.
Finding Wi-Fi.
Finding Wi-Fi. Who would be the lead role?
Who'd be the lead role?
I
Oh my
think
gosh.
this fun pop guy.
It'd probably
should
be
the-
President Trump.
Oh god.
Finding Wi-Fi.
Finding Wi-Fi.
Must tweet right now. Must tweet.
So take us back to your original experience with the audition process when it came to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Well, the audition process was interesting. Excuse me. I was a graduate from a school of performing arts, so I went to school of performing arts with Jamie Foxx and
Which one?
it was called United States International University School of Performing and Visual Arts.
Wow,
USIU
that rolls right off the
SPVA.
tongue.
Yeah, that's a whole lot. It was in San Diego, and so I got a 4-year degree in musical theater. I went to school with Jamie Foxx, Torsten Kay, John Barrowman. We are all alumni of that particular school. It's no longer there because the president took money from the school, so it went bankrupt, and now it's a different school. It's called Alliant now, which is no longer there. But I can't go back, which sucks. But went to the school, graduated with my degree, came here to LA, got an agent, and was auditioning. And my agent called me up. It was actually a dance agent. Called me up, Bobby Ball, and they were like, "Hey,
I was with Bobby Ball.
are you with Bobby
I
Ball?
was.
See, look at that
Bobby
small
Ball
world.
Agency.
Small
Bobby
world.
Ball Agency back in the day, right? And so I was actually on the way on a plane to go do Star Search. Man, Star Search, right? So I was on the way to go to Star Search in Florida. I get a call from my agent. Hey, we got an audition for you. It's a television show. It's for a series regular. They're looking for you to be a superhero, but they're looking for somebody that can do hip hop, do martial arts, and gymnastics. And you be a superhero. Can you do all those things? I'm like, yeah.
Can I be
I'm
a
down.
superhero?
Let's go,
Sure.
right?
Obviously.
That sounds fun. I'm like, cool. The audition's tomorrow. I'm like, I'm on a plane to Florida. I'm doing Star Search. I can't make it.
Yeah.
And Star Search was the
Star Search was the show. It was the variety show.
show.
Yeah, it was like that's the show.
If you
to
were
go
on Star Search, you made it.
you made it. Kind
know,
of.
That
Yeah.
was McMahon.
Yeah.
Ed
Ed
McMahon was
McMahon,
hosting.
I was on
Yeah.
it twice actually. Once singing
dancing?
and once dancing.
And singing. Nice.
Yeah, the talents.
Did you walk away with?
I lost both times.
But you won in the end.
I won in the end. So I missed my first audition for Power Rangers, which was then called Phantoms. It was
Phantoms.
not called Power Rangers.
PH Phantoms.
PHAN, yeah, Phantoms, that word. And so,
word.
yeah.
That's the one.
That's the one. You got it. And so I missed the audition, went on Star Search, lost, came home. Man, I missed that audition. Can't believe it. Oh, it was the audition for TV.
Yeah.
All right, whose tour can I go on? Because I'm going out for dancing stuff. And I get a call again. They're like, hey, they still want to see you. It's like Wednesday or Thursday. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go in. I read the sides. It's a kid's show. The acting's not that tough. I'm a superhero. Hey, I'm a teenager.
Right.
So I got that all day, every day. And actually, I was 26 at the time. And the role was 16-year-old. But a 16-year-old, but I look good, so
I like I told you, every time I see you, I feel like I'm getting older, but you're just kind of staying.
I'm trying to go backwards.
You're
Me and
going-
Benjamin
or-
Button, we've been hanging out.
You're buttoning.
Yeah, I'm buttoning, and it's a process. I'm gonna have to rename it. We're gonna have to call it Waltering. I don't know. The Walter E. Jones effect.
Walter Jonesing.
And there you go. Jonesing. I'm jonesing.
There you go.
Hey, you know what you're doing, bro? You're jonesing,
Yeah,
right?
what are you doing? Just
Jonesing, man. Just get my Jones on. I say it's cocoa butter and positivity, but
There you go.
Nice. I like that.
Positivity is a beautiful thing. Anyway, I digress. So I go to the audition. I walk in. I do the sides. They go, okay, so can you dance? Here's a little music. Show us what you got. Boom, I do my moves. Boom, whatever. And then they go, can you do martial arts? So I do a little kata. Boom, some punches, some kicks. Bow it out. Good. Now can you do any flips? it's a small space, not a lot of room. I'm like, I can do front flips, I can do this. I kind of describe what I can do. Can you show us anything? I do a back tuck, boom. I got that all day, every day. So then she goes, well, can you put it all together?
Okay.
Like, you want me to do this for you.
Right.
Put all
And I'm like thinking, how do you do that? How do you put it all together? Okay, so martial arts, dancing, and gymnastics all at the same time, go. So I come up with something, and I think I started with some dancing. I threw in some punches, and then I do like a breakdance swipe.
Okay.
I'm like, that looks like a kick, so that's a dance move that looks like a kick. So I throw in the swipe, I go down to the ground, do like a coffee meal, I get back up, and I bow it out. And they're like, oh, I do a backflip in there somewhere.
Of course, just throwing
So-
in the
just
back
somewhere
foot there.
in
Why
there.
not?
somewhere in there.
Just something easy.
Just threw that in. And then they're like, okay, good. Can you come back tomorrow? So after about 2 more weeks of auditioning, because the process was long, they saw so many people. They ended up putting us together in cast. They started with like 5 different casts. Then they whittled it down to 3 different casts. And we went to producers. And then we went through stunt training. And then we displayed it for the network. And then in the end, it was like, you're our cast. Here's the contract. It's non-union. It's
All that? Ugh.
It's a non-union contract for 40 episodes, and the owner Hamza Bond is like, all right, so here's your contract. You can take it to your lawyer or your agent, have them look at it. But the first person that calls and wants to change anything, we're gonna fire you and hire somebody else. So that's what it is.
So he in person handed it to you and said that.
There you go. Here you go. Oh wow. And I'm like, well.
Wow.
So now I have this contract in front of me. It's for a television show, to be a series regular, to be a superhero, a role model. It's for Fox Kids. It's a kids show. So it's, it's not the epitome of television, but it's a show.
Right.
And I'm like, do I do this or do I not? This pay sucks for acting job, but
And
I
you
don't
couldn't
have
see
any-
into the future and tell what was going to happen.
You don't know what it
right?
Yeah, but still, I mean, I just think it's I can't believe that still, they make you jump through so many hoops. I mean, you're saying it was weeks and weeks of this audition process.
Auditioning, right.
And then the original offer is like
Original
hundreds and
offer
hundreds
is
of people.
the only offer, right?
The only. Oh,
Right.
sorry, the original.
Take
the
it or
only
leave. Take it or
offer.
leave it.
Take it or leave it, basically.
That
And
just blows my mind.
But, coming from my perspective at 26, graduated with a degree in musical theater, wanting to be in the industry, I'd done extra work on 90210. I'm looking at them going, I can do this. So I'm like, this is an opportunity for me to get at least 40 episodes of television under my belt. Knowing
it's another step
it's
at
another
that point,
step,
right?
another stepping stone,
Yeah.
right? And knowing that I'm gonna learn the ins and outs of being in front of the screen, how to work the camera, because it's altogether different from theater. And all right, why not? Let's do it. So I signed the contract, and in the first season, they made $1 billion. A billion, not a million. A billion is 999 million. Add 1, that's $1 billion.
That's $1 billion.
That's $1 billion. So
$1 billion.
with toys and merchandise and comic books and
I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back. Just the first season.
the first season, the first 40 episodes, that's what they made.
Wow.
Our show aired #1 right away. Before the show even came out, I was being recognized. I was at the beach with my cousin. We're walking down Venice Beach, hanging out, and I'm excited. I filmed a pilot. We're doing some episodes. The show's gonna be airing soon in a couple of weeks. I'm like, all right, this is exciting. I got a TV show that's gonna be coming out. I'm walking down the beach with my cousin. These kids run up on me. Yo, you're the Black Ranger. And I'm like, yeah, but how do you know that? I'm like, the show's not even out yet. Like, we shot it, but it's not aired. They're like, I just bought your toy yesterday, and your face is on the box. I'm like, I have a toy? Yeah, and your face is on the box. And I'm like, I have a toy. My face is on the box. I look at my cousin. Hey, I got a toy. My face is on the box. He's like, you got a toy? Your face is on the box. We're all hype. We're like, yeah. We're skipping down the beach. Hey, toy with face on the box, And to this day, I still see this toy with my face on the box. And I'm like, man, that came out. That was selling off the shelves before the show even aired. And that's where the money's made. It's like, if there's in a non-union agreement, you don't really get a piece of the merchandise. In a SAG agreement, it's very likely you would. It would be part of your deal, anything with your likeness, with their whatever. And here we are 25 years later, and my likeness is all over everything, which I think is one of the testaments to why the show continues to do so well. Why the popularity of it will continue on. Why, as a Power Ranger, I now kind of have an icon status because we have 3 generations of fans.
Yeah.
And there's merchandise that's been selling for 25 years that will outlive me and my children and my children's children.
Right.
And people will still be going, this is the first VHS from the Power Rangers that showed it ran for 25 years at least so far.
Yeah.
And they created 3 films, and these are the comic books that are just, they came out 25 years later. It's like, it's crazy. It's a weird thing, but
it's a legacy.
it's a legacy.
situation. Yeah,
which
it's very cool.
I'm very super proud of.
Yeah.
I just wish I was being paid on.
So you were never able to
No.
renegotiate and get.
You know why? Because in that contract was something about perpetuity.
Yes.
Yeah.
The perpetuity.
Those words you look, you
the
see, you're like
perpetuity.
perpetuity in all media. Like you're like, what does that mean?
Right.
Back then, I was
Future
like,
media.
Hey,
we didn't know what the media would
We
be.
didn't know. We didn't know.
What was?
So,
Yeah. Oh man.
Well,
crazy.
But
Yes. It's
there
a
is a
happy
but.
story. Yes.
There is a but.
It's a happy story. The but is I am so blessed to have been part of this thing because what has happened is it's been a positive motivation in the lives of so many people.
Yeah.
I mean, kids, adults alike. I mean, right now at this point, the show's been running for 25 years. Kids were watching it from the ages of, 3 to 13, let's say 13. So if you were 10 years old, now you're 35.
Okay.
Right? 25 years later, you're 35, you got 2 kids, you come home, your son is watching my version of the Power Rangers because it's on Netflix, and
Right.
he's like, yo, let me sit down with you over here, son.
Yes, and
I used to
it's
watch that. Yeah.
Nostalgia. You can connect with the family and connect with the kids. Be like, I remember this time,
Exactly.
and it's I completely understand that, and respect that.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And what some of the stories I hear from the people that I see, everything from people coming up to me and going, when I was a kid, I was homeless and I didn't have a place to live, so I bounced around from apartment buildings and to like garages and on the street. And one day, I was walking past a place and I saw the Power Rangers, and I sat outside and I watched it, and every day after that, I would go find a place to go watch it, and it was the only thing that made me happy in my day. Wow. And you got me through. And now and then at 16, I went and I joined the military. And so then I've been in the military, and now I'm a war hero, and I owe that all to you because you motivated me to want to be like you. I'm like, whoa, mind blown.
Yeah.
It makes it
It's
all
crazy.
worth it, right?
The journey that some people have gone through is intense and amazing, and I can't tell you how many times I get people, whether they're people from the military or police officers or martial artists or dancers, who come up to me and go, I am who I am because of you.
You were the catalyst for.
You were the catalyst. You motivated
very
me
cool.
to be that. What a blessing. I'm like,
Absolutely.
that is like, you can't buy that. I would love to be a millionaire, but I'm really happy to have made a positive mark on the world in a way, to left
Absolutely.
any kind of positive anything with anybody is like amazing. And it's 40 countries.
And you get to travel and go and see these people, which is really cool. And
That is amazing.
And I'm sure you make a buck or two doing the conferences and things.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's not merchandise money, but it's
still.
and you get to see all the folks, which is probably
Which is amazing.
best, yeah.
It is amazing. I can't complain about my life. My
Right.
life is good.
yeah.
That's good.
My life could be better, meaning financially better. But you know what? That's not always the case. It's not money that makes you happy.
Right.
It's happy that makes you happy.
you
So, the way I am is I'm a positive person, and I figure life is the adventure you create for yourself. So I make sure that I have lots of adventure in my life.
I love that.
Wise words.
There you go.
Wise
And that's
words.
our
Wise
show.
words. Say that. Say that 3 times. Wise words. Wise words. Okay.
Wise words. Wait. Nope.
Do you have any?
Wise
Do you have any
words,
favorite?
Wise words. Sorry.
He was really into it. He's like,
He's stuck in a loop. Do you have any favorite memories from on set or offset, with
Because
with
as a
the cast.
viewer, some of the things that you guys were doing were something that we've never seen before, and
Okay.
and I feel like the camp was something that they really honed in on. So were there like moments on camera that you guys were like, "What's going on?" and like, "This is just incredible," or "This is ridiculous"? Like, do you have something specific in mind that was like?
Well, the most challenging part of the job for me was always the physicality, the fighting, and the reason being is because one, I had my own martial arts, which was called hip hop keto, which was unexistent. I had to make it up. So it was like I had to create it. I had to like on the spot be like, all right, so you're gonna throw a punch and I'm gonna do a water wave to the left, and then I'm gonna do a spin.
So you're choreographing.
I'm choreographing my fights, and then I had to implement it and make it look like it made sense, So who's this guy that dances while he's fighting? Like, who does that? We're in dire
breakdance
jeopardy,
fighting.
right?
You created breakdance fighting.
Wait, more or less, yeah.
Yes, I love
Exactly.
that.
So
I
it's
love
like,
that.
I had to
TM.
make it make sense because I think in the beginning episode, like the pilot, my friends are fighting these villains, the putties, and they're gonna get us. We don't know what they are. They're foreign, they're strange, they're alien, and we're like everybody else is like fighting for their life, and I start dancing. So I'm like, that makes no sense. That makes no sense to me. I'm like,
Because why not?
but why not? But it became like a Muhammad Ali moment. Like it's like the hand's quicker than the eye. You don't know what's coming. So watch my feet, but my hand's gonna do something different.
Right.
Or you try to get me. Oh, you can't get me. I'm evading you. It's like you don't know where this is gonna come from or how it's gonna end. But I'm gonna get you, and I'm slick about it. That's what it became. So so that was exciting. And sometimes we would do our fights. We'd have a half hour to block it in front of the camera, kind of put it together with our stunt guys. And then they go, okay, we're going to prep the set. You guys go get hair and makeup. We go back. It's maybe an hour and a half later. They're ready to shoot. But we did the fight a half hour ago. We haven't practiced it
Right.
again.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're doing it for camera. So now we would do the fight. And sometimes you mess up. Sometimes the grass is wet. You slip and fall.
Right.
And they kept everything. So it was
kept
like
everything.
they're like there's pictures and there's video of me fighting and doing the stuff that I did, and sometimes I miss. I do a flip and I fall and get up and keep fighting because they'd be like, keep going. So they would keep that, which was kind of, I guess, in the end is kind of cool.
That would actually be in the show.
It would be in the
aired.
show.
Yeah.
It's like I would do my move, fall, get up, and keep going. But
Well, it's
I guess
realistic.
It is realistic, but it was like, it's TV. The fantasy is I am so good at what I do. I don't get caught. I don't get, I don't fall down. I don't miss. But it was
Even superheroes
even superheroes
are flawed.
and it's true.
to some degree.
I guess it worked in the end. But that was the most challenging part. It was a lot of fun. There was one instance where me and one of the putties, the stunt guys are in the putty outfits, we zigged when we should have zagged, and he walked away with a busted nose. And I wasn't happy about it. It was like, oh man, because I'm a perfectionist, so I want it to be all perfect. And we had this fight, and it was like, all right, so I'm gonna hit you in the stomach. You're gonna come up because there's a comedy element too, right? It's like, I do this, it makes you do that, then I do this, and you go down, and
Right.
it's like, it's silly, but it's fun. And so I hit him in the stomach, boom, he comes up, I hit him in the face, boom, he goes down. Stomach up, face down, right? This whole thing. Well, I hit him in the stomach, he comes up a little too far, my fist goes a little bit too far, boom, hit him in the face. I hear him go, ugh, under the mask. You can't see his face, but I hear him go, ugh, he grabs his face, and the putties are like, blah, 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 they're making this noise, right? But he's not making the blah, blah, he's like, ugh, he's screaming in pain. I'm like, my face is in shock, like, oh my God, I hurt my friend who I know is a real person under the suit.
Right.
And the camera, the director's going, keep going. And I'm like, but okay.
But
So
he's
now,
dying.
He's dying, but I got other, all right, so I'm still fighting these other putties. I finally go cut, and he's still on the ground, writhing, holding his face. And we come over, I'm like, bro, are you okay? And he's like, just take off the putty mask, and his nose is just gushing blood, and I feel horrible. I'm like, oh my God, this is it's the worst day ever, because I obviously don't want to hurt my friend, and I don't want to hurt
That
the
also
stunt
comes
guy.
back from your theater background too, because we're just having everybody on stage together, and it's like there's no such thing as everybody's an
You gotta
ensemble
keep
run
going,
together,
exactly,
you gotta
yeah.
keep going. But
The show must go on.
The show must go on.
But those moments like that were hard. Then there was, we eventually since we were shooting 40 episodes a season, we were doing 4 episodes every 2 weeks. So in the course of a week, we're shooting 2 episodes, and sometimes we didn't know where we were at because we were shooting according to set, not according to the script.
Got it.
Not from the beginning and end to the
So
script.
it wasn't linear.
No, it wasn't linear. It was like, okay, so now we're in the command center. And so, wait, who are we fighting again? We're fighting, this is Porky Pig. And when I guy.
You say Porky the Pig?
We Pudgy Pig. That
Oh,
was
I
the
thought
name of it.
you were fighting Porky
Pudgy
the Pig.
Pig. You're like, hey, is that Porky and
Cross
Bess?
promotion.
I know, right? No, it was like Pudgy Pig is the name of that villain, or I guy, or who are we fighting? And we didn't know. And Zordon, who is our leader in the show, is not there. He was a voiceover. So, it was an after effect.
Way to lead, bro.
Yeah, it was like we're there looking. We spent a whole day in this room looking at a piece of tape, talking to nobody, and there's like a PA reading his lines horribly, like, Rangers, there's this whatever's attacking Angel Grove, and we need you now immediately. Go there, and we're like, and we have to have
Get super.
we got to be
amped.
like amped and pumped and have concern and like, we got to act to this other actor who's not an actor at all and like just reading.
It's like an audition.
It was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird. I'll just say it was weird. And there was those days where, if you had lunch and we're all in a big room looking at a piece of tape all day, just standing around and you got a little gassy. In the suits and everything. It's hard to get out. And so
In a nice quiet room.
yeah, it's weird to have the Pink Ranger poot. You're like, hey, what are you doing?
Can we put that on loop? It's weird to have the Pink Ranger poot.
Now we're not going to put her on blast though. We're not
No,
going to
no,
call out.
she
We're not going to
doesn't-
call out
she wouldn't
which
know.
actress it was.
No. And if she did, it smelled like flowers. So there you go. It was-
The whole looking at tape thing, it makes me wonder, like, with the Teletubbies, when they looked up at the baby in the sun,
crying baby.
were they looking at tape?
I'm sure they were, because that's an After Effects. I mean, they threw that in.
Wait, are Teletubbies even real?
No.
Not,
They're
right?
just a figment of your
So
imagination.
they don't have to look at tape.
Teletubbies, that's a whole different thing. I mean, like, that's a whole different beast.
That's true.
Colorful? Yes.
Terrifying?
Strange?
Yes.
Phenomenon?
Yes.
Yes.
I know.
Do you have a favorite episode?
Favorite episode? This is one of those questions you get, in 25 years almost every time.
Right.
And-
You're welcome.
And thank you very much for that, Tommy.
The people want to know. The people want to
wanna
know.
The thing is it's constantly changing, right?
Yeah.
There are episodes I've still not seen that I did because
Oh wow.
we're working every day from like be on the set at 5:30, shoot all day, go home at 9 p.m., get home.
How many episodes
eat.
did you do? Did you do? Total?
I did like 85 episodes.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so we had a VHS tape, so you hopefully recorded the episode, or somebody didn't do it right, and then somebody recorded over it, and
then you
it's
missed it.
sometimes I missed it. I didn't see all the episodes. The ones that stand out to me were the ones that were a lot of fun to do. There's the one that I saw regularly, Zach's birthday. Hey. There's in my namesake. Hey, Zach's birthday. Had a birthday.
It's your birthday.
It's his
Don't party
birthday.
like this.
Right? But everybody forgot about my birthday, and I was really upset. But it wasn't. That wasn't
I saw
the thing.
that one.
They didn't forget about me. They were just making it a surprise. But I was depressed the whole episode. Had to fight the nasty night all by myself because I was out somewhere moping, and and the end of
crept
the
up on you.
yeah, he stepped up on me. At the end of the day, I was loved by my friends, and we had a party, and I got to dance. So that was cool. That was a happy episode. Zach's birthday.
Zach's birthday.
Yeah, that was good.
Makes sense. It makes sense
that's
that would
like
be your favorite episode.
Party and dance. That's like Bruno Mars. If you were his girl, he
Right.
would take you to every party and let you dance. Right.
I just got lost.
That's what I do. That
Yeah.
sometimes.
I like to call that Tommy did.
He told me that.
Tommy did.
This goes way back in the day.
Just to let you know,
I'm trying to put
that's an
myself there.
official
I'm wearing a wig. I'm
Tommy
holding
did.
his hand. I'm like, wait, what am I doing? Wait, this is not where I want to go.
It was nice of you to go on that journey with him.
At least
Hey.
you
Nice
went
of you.
there. You were holding
I was trying to
Bruno's
see
hand.
it, Tommy. I was like, what are we doing right now?
It's okay. We got to leave some mysteries.
I love Bruno Mars though, man. That
Excellent.
dude, he rocks. Man.
Yeah.
The best live performer alive right now, I think, in my opinion.
The best live performer around right now.
Yeah, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, he kills it. He does definitely kill it. I mean, but then you got Beyonce. I mean, she's gonna be in concert soon too.
Is she coming?
She is. I'm gonna go see. I've never seen Beyonce. I'm gonna go see the Queen Bee. I'm gonna check her out.
Yeah. Where is she?
Queen
gonna be?
Bee. She's gonna
Staples?
be at Pasadena, the Hollywood Bowl, the Rose Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
That'd be great concerts.
I was gonna say that.
Let's
might,
go.
You might go to that too. Well, yeah, maybe we'll all hold hands and go together
That'd be
and wear
lovely.
wigs.
And
You know, I thought I was gonna dance with Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson. I still want to. I mean, well, Janet's
Right.
around still, but I really thought after I left the Rangers, I was like, okay, I'm open now. I can go.
great, because we were just going to ask about your final episode.
Oh, my final episode.
So then
Yeah.
we'll get into the.
We'll
the,
see
the
how that worked out.
Yeah, like the actual,
yeah.
the actual, like the final episode when you found out that your contract was over and then you were going to be moving on. This was going to be a period at the end of this journey.
That's not the way it worked.
No.
No. It was
Shot out of order.
actually quite different. What had happened?
See
what had happened was we started doing fewer episodes. The demand became so great that we started doing more episodes. So we're doing 40 or so a season. And then 20th Century Fox said, let's do a movie. So
That's right.
they said, let's do a movie. And it was like, awesome. We're all excited. We're going to do the movie. This is our movie. We've earned it. We got, all these successful episodes where the biggest kids show in 40 countries is amazing. Yes, let's do a movie. This makes sense. Let's go. And then I was 2 years into it. And then they gave us the contract. And you would imagine after 80 episodes, 2 seasons of a successful show, where the first season they made $1 billion. I don't even know what they made in the second season, but everything's selling off the shelves, is off the chain. Woo-hoo,
This
we're
contract's
doing a
gotta be
movie.
good, right?
This contract, they gonna finally right here. Oh, it's gonna be so good. And then they give us the contract, and it's non-union, and it's 3 movies non-union. So not only did you get me for 2 seasons, you got me.
You're locking me in.
But now you're gonna lock me in for 2 more movies, all non-union. First movie is the pay for the first movie is like something under $20,000. That's for a movie. That's 3 months or more of filming.
Right.
That's like less
Who's
than
responsible for this?
You don't
That's
have
less than I'm making a season.
you don't have to name names.
It's less than I was
Sorry.
making a season, right? So
I'm
it's,
angry. I'm
it's
upset for you.
obviously, right? So to see this, it's like, oh, come on, guys. So this, look,
It's like you're
and
kidding.
40 more episodes, right? 3 more movies and 40 episodes, all non-union. That's locking me in for like
All
the
pa- all
next
packaged
10
together and
years.
then-
Yeah, that's like the next 10 years for, I'm going to sign this contract now. No. Before, I was an actor that nobody knew. Now I'm an established actor. I've created this character. We're making a movie out of these
You're
characters.
choreographing your
that,
own.
You're doing
fights.
It's like
everything.
we've earned
Yeah, absolutely.
we've earned
Yeah.
the respect to at least be union.
Right.
At the very least,
Right.
be union so that we're protected and that we're taken care of for our lives. For everybody wants a house. I still don't own a house. You know what I'm saying?
Now
It's
don't you? Was it AFTRA at the time? It was the
That would still be SAG, right?
That would have been
was it
SAG.
was
right?
it SAG?
It was a movie. It was
No, but I'm saying for the
for the
show.
TV show.
show,
It could have been SAG or
it
AFTRA.
should have
It
been
could have
SAG.
It could have been both. It could have been either
Okay.
Screen Actors Guild or
And now they're combined.
AFTRA. Now they combine. It could have been either, but it was
But
non-union.
it remained non-union.
But the movie by 20th Century Fox should definitely have been SAG.
Yeah.
Right. And so it was going to shoot in Australia, so it didn't have to be SAG. And anyway, at the end, we have these contracts, and 3 of us, we all sat down together. It was like, all right, guy, come on, look, we've been screwed for the last two years.
Yeah.
Everybody's made
Paid your
money
dues.
except for us. We paid our dues.
Right.
We owe it to ourselves to at least get a lawyer this time.
Right.
We can get a lawyer this time. He can no longer threaten us and go, hey, if you come back, then I'll fire you. We can negotiate this time. Well,
So you thought.
divide and conquer.
Right.
3 of the Rangers were like, no, I don't want to do it for their own personal reasons, whatever. And then only 3 of us were left to go see a lawyer. So we saw a lawyer, talked to the lawyer. The lawyer said, hey, listen, this is, it's great. You can negotiate this contract. In fact, your contract's up in a week. on Wednesday. You don't have to work anymore. It only goes to that point. So you can walk away and now we can negotiate. So I don't even know what episode that was. I don't know what it was. I just know I was there on the set and we went, okay, it's noon. That's the end of the contract. And we walked away.
Wow.
And we then started a negotiation process, but it was only 3 of us. It should have been all 6 of us because we would have got whatever we wanted.
Right.
I mean, like
you've got to stick together.
They had already signed a contract with with Fox for us to be in the movie. Right. So because divide and conquer, 3 stayed, 3 of us left. We went through negotiations. In the end, they hired new people to come and be the new Rangers, and we ended up negotiating to walk away peacefully.
Right.
And so that's what that was. So I can't tell you what my last episode was. I don't even know.
That is terrible. And thank you for sharing that with us. But it's just makes my blood boil. I'm like so upset for you.
Again.
Yes.
It's one of those things. It's like this is the conversation that's had all the time because understand everywhere I go, people are like, yo, you're the Black Ranger. And then the next thing is you must be loaded.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, now I'm driving my Kia Optima. It's cool. I like Kia Optimas.
You guys are no authority. You must be loaded. Yeah, I don't have a house either.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to say, okay, I'm pretty broke too. I mean, we don't.
Yeah, they think that
people think
just
they
because
see
you're in
you
the limelight
on TV or on a stage.
And that you are balling.
it.
But the thing is the term starving artist is there for a reason. Right. It's like when you are an artist, a singer, a dancer, an actor, a painter, when you are an artist, it's like you work and you get paid for your work, but then after that work is done, you have to find more work. So it's not something that's consistently going. And unless you are making those big dollars, which I should have made.
Or the back end.
Then, that's why the contracts are set up the way they are for you to make that kind of money. Because that way, what you've provided to the world and your artistic way, it can be compensated for. And because there's no guarantee that your work will continue.
Well, I definitely think that your take on that and how you view it is amazing. Like that's
I don't know if I could do that.
You have to.
Kudos to you.
Because I can't walk around in the world bitter.
And that's
jaded.
absolutely right.
I can't do that.
Yeah, that is absolutely
it's
right.
there. And the fact that it comes to me regularly because everybody's like, yo,
Yeah, your household name. You're
loaded, right? I'm like, no, I'm not loaded. It was not even. It's like this story is a consistent story.
Right.
And if I walked around bitter about it, my life would be horrible.
Sure. No,
but
absolutely.
It can't be horrible because it's so positive. There's so many ways. Look, I can go to 40 countries around the world, and if somebody recognizes my face, if I shake their hand, the way that they walk away is enough to make my whole day.
That's awesome.
Because they're like,
that's beautiful.
Oh my God, I never thought I'd ever meet you. I never thought in my history, I watched you as a cow. You don't understand who you are. It was like, and they're geeked out and they're like so excited. And all I had to do was smile and shake a hand. And that's
the validation.
That will live with them.
That's the reward.
That's like,
that's amazing.
I gave a gift that was nothing for me to give,
right.
and it made somebody happy. And if it did that to 5 people in a week, then that's more than what people get in a year. So it's like I am giving back the gift of positivity from other people.
That's awesome,
and
that's amazing.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
we need more. We need more.
More
Walters.
More of that. More Walters.
I've created a few. Yeah. So,
and you're going to see them in a little while, right?
I am. Yes.
So we'll try not to hold you up too long here.
Okay.
We do value your time.
So you got done with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and then you still wanted that dream of dancing with Michael and Janet. Like, was that your next move?
It was not my next move. I mean, acting is what I wanted to do, but I just thought I have a name now. So, and I always wanted to dance with Michael Jackson because I thought I was Michael Jackson as a kid. And then Janet blew up the scene. It was like, I'm definitely going to dance with Janet Jackson. But it never happened because I ended up working on another kid's show. So I couldn't be a dancer. I had to be an actor. I mean, I wanted to be an actor, but dancing is also a passion of mine. And the epitome of what a dancer was to be able to dance with Janet. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Rhythm Nation. Hey, I would have killed it.
I just saw her at the bowl.
Did you?
Yeah,
She's
it was
amazing.
it was pretty
I love
epic,
her.
and she brought every single one. I don't know if this is not rubbing salt into the wound, but every single dancer she ever worked with, she brought out, and there was over like 150 dancers that were on the
That
stage,
is
and
awesome.
they all did Rhythm Nation.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it was really.
That's amazing.
It was beautiful.
And that's when you. That's a testament to the greatness of who she is, because she didn't forget them.
She knew everybody's name.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was rehearsed before. It didn't seem like it was, but she knew every single person's name. And some of these people were like huge household name celebrities, but still, and other people were just, people that she's worked with forever. And I just thought that was a beautiful moment.
That is a beautiful moment.
To, especially dancers who I feel like kind of get the short end of the stick sometimes.
Yeah.
Dancers are the lowest on the totem pole when it comes to creativity and pay.
Yes.
But the dancers are amazing. I love dancing. When you're a dancer, I think the passion of a dancer is an amazing passion, because you throw your body into it to give off your art and to discover what else you can do and your capabilities, and you're constantly pushing yourself. And the body changes. It doesn't stay.
Right.
Sure does.
You can't do that forever. And
Every
the
morning.
harder you win at it, the harder you're gonna pay for it in the end. And like, I still dance. I'm a world champion salsa dancer.
I was gonna say,
Congratulations.
you still travel and do that. A couple times we talked. Yeah, I'm going to a dance convention. I'm going to a dance.
Yeah. If I have time, there's dance conventions. And so I started with salsa, now dance. Then I danced kizomba. Now I dance. Salsa, bachata, kizomba, zouk. 4 different dance styles. Okay. Zouk is what I'm dancing now. It's from Brazil. It comes from lambada, and it's the hardest dance I've done. Partner dancing. I stopped doing martial arts because I was kicking and sweating with dudes, and I was getting hurt and pulling my hamstrings.
No
and I
more
was
flips.
Like, I do them into the pool now.
Safe landing.
Safe landing, yeah. But I started dancing with girls, and I was like, man, this is so much better than sweating with dudes. I'm like, and I get to express myself creatively with my body, and it keeps me in shape. So I love that. I love dancing. But yeah, dancing is not an easy way to make a living.
No.
Wow. Yeah. I can understand that. Do you still train? Because I'm a dancer as well, and I've been dancing ever since I was 9 years old.
Okay.
I was actually training with the Joffrey when I was like 12.
Dude, that's awesome.
So I've gorgeous lines and beautiful technique.
Hey,
Anybody wants to know.
Just so you know.
Just so you know.
But I mean, like, now that I'm approaching 40, it's a little like training and taking class and everything like that. It's just so difficult.
But you got a mean step ball change. I already know.
I mean, the style, it's the stank face that I give in that step ball change is everything.
It's true.
Do you still like train? Do you still like?
I've not. I only train really into the styles of partner dancing that I do.
Yeah.
I'm no longer taking jazz or ballet classes. Although I want to take some hip hop classes, because the style changed on me. So I used to dance hip hop. I had my way of dancing. I grew up dancing hip hop, and I still dance hip hop. I still got the funk. I still feel it in my body. But what I see people doing is different from what I do. So I need to catch up on that.
It's interesting how it all evolves, and styles come and go.
I guess the dance that I really don't like right now is the
floss. Yeah.
No, I'm okay with the floss. The dab
like
is
that?
dead. The dab is dead. The dab has been dead for a long time.
Hey.
I'll let you know. I
it
teach
came back to life just now.
teach kids all over the world. Kids, the dab is dead.
Don't
The
dab.
dab is dead.
You're
My
saying
my
don't
son
dab.
told me that. He's like, dab. No.
Good.
No,
I like
don't.
your son.
Dad, don't dab.
Dad,
And
don't dab.
then what's that one?
This guy, the I'm not sure what that's
It's from
called.
the game. It's from a game. My daughter showed me how to do it. It's from the game Fortnite. One of the characters.
is
I think
that
it's called
Fortnite?
the orange something. Orange Julius. I don't know. It's
delicious. It's a delicious dance.
it's a
move.
delicious dance, but it's
I love.
it's fun. You're like, hey, orange.
I'm okay with that one. I'm okay
Nah,
with that one.
I think it's a
still
fun
new.
dance. It's cool.
Now there's a whole dance out now that's like the Lindsay Lohan.
What?
She was apparently like at a club somewhere in Mykonos, I
Okay.
think, and she was. Rumor has it maybe on some sort of substance. I think it's a complete rumor, but whatever. Who cares?
Right.
And she was like doing like this, which I thought looked pretty great. It was. I mean, she did like a down up, a little bend and snap, and some shoulder rolls and things.
Okay, pow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a little pow. It was great. And now I guess
And it's
people
a sensation.
And now it's like kind of becoming viral and like sweeping the dance nation.
Well,
apparently.
is she doing it to Kiki? Do you love me?
Have you, those videos? Have you seen the one with like the pig?
Oh yeah,
Or the farm animals
and the
running, the
rooster
chickens.
or the dog bouncing. I mean, it's hysterical.
Those are the
they
best
do.
ones.
Yeah,
those are the
are
safe
awesome.
ones.
Yeah, I saw one. It's a comedian that makes fun, and so I think it was Lily Pons, and so they did it where they both get out of the car and they're doing it, and then they go the car, and you see the car down the street, and it goes into traffic and it explodes because it gets hit. I don't know how they did it. Nobody was hurt, I'm sure, but it was like it's hysterical because it's like reality is. Why would you get out of your car while it's still moving?
You don't.
You don't. And there's so many people that did that, tried to get back in the car, and then fell up under the wheel. So
Right.
like people got hurt. It's like it's crazy.
Safety
with it,
first,
man.
guys.
Yeah, come
Safety
on.
first.
And don't do this at home.
Kiki, are you injured? Are you dying?
Do you keep in contact with any of the Rangers?
We see each other quite often at Comic Cons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comic-Con's got to
Yeah.
be so much fun.
It is. It's a great time to be together, and it's like we're all like an old family.
Yeah.
You got your brother that's your favorite brother, your sister's your favorite sister, but you're still family. Of
course.
And we see each other at different places, and it's all love. It's like we all. The one thing that we have in common is that we all went through the same thing,
Right.
Of course.
and we are all a part of the same thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
we
you
understand that as well.
if I do a Comic-Con and there's another Ranger there, or at least from the original cast, if you love him, you love me too. Or if you love me, you love
Right.
him too, because we're part of that same family. And whether he's your favorite or I'm your favorite, you like us both because it's the same thing, which
Right.
is awesome, And
You shared an experience.
We shared an experience,
and
yeah.
and ups and downs, right?
ups and downs.
So
and some of
it's
them have more ups, but
Backflips,
hey, backflips.
hamstrings.
you shared flips.
Yeah, what was cool is on the show we worked with the stunt guys all the time. We were always trying to better ourselves, always
Yeah.
trying to do.
So you must
new
have been
gigs
in
and
great shape.
I was in pretty good shape. I'm still in pretty good shape.
Yeah,
And
you certainly are.
you know what?
But you have to be in
I can
great
still
shape
kick
to
you
do
in the
all-
head. I could do
From
that.
there,
It might hurt the next day, but
It
you
might
can still
hurt.
do it.
Yeah. If
bust
I
the
was
nose
like,
open.
That's what I said. I can still do
leave the
it.
nose alone.
I can still do it.
You still do
It
it.
just hurts.
I'm just gonna pay for it a little bit, or I need 5 minutes to stretch.
Yes.
Can you get my stretch in?
I'm pissed off. Hold on 1 second.
and then you ice it later
Here we
on.
go.
And icy hot. There you go. And we're back. No, but like it's all good. We see each other all the time, and it's all good. We we hang out and always go have some dinner or have
Yeah.
a drink, or
That's nice.
or we're sitting right next to each other. So
And it's like you kind of pick up where you left off, right?
We're taking
It's-
pictures together. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
It's like that with family. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, very cool.
Beautiful.
So you mentioned doing some other shows. What are some,
Oh yeah,
some
I've
other?
been working for 25 years. So I left Power Rangers and I got my own show on Nickelodeon called Space Cases. It was kind of like a Star Trek for kids, and I was Captain Kirk.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was cool. That was a lot of fun. And was with Bill Mooney from Lost in Space. He was one of the producers, and I left that show and did a show for Aaron Spelling called Malibu Shores.
Okay.
Yes.
That was a series regular on that. I just saw some pictures come up on the internet about that just recently, which is cool. Tony Luca, a lot of great actors came from that show, and they went on to do well.
He's a singer. as
He's
well,
a singer
right?
as well. Yeah. Carrie Russell, who did Felicity, she,
course.
Tony and Carrie were the prime characters,
Okay.
and we were all around them. You know, Esses Atkins was my girlfriend. Charisma Carpenter was on the show. It was like a lot of great actors came from that show and went on to do really well. So I did that, but we had a really bad time slot, so it only went one season. But here I am. I'm like, this is my Aaron Spelling show. This is my 90210. I'm finally going to get paid. Hey, I was excited. It's
Right.
Primetime Network, but it was on Fridays at 9 p.m. And teenagers are not home on Friday at 9 p.m.
Right.
That's like,
That was
'cause-
before DVR. That was
right?
Before,
It was like,
still VHS.
so it was a bad time slot. Show didn't go anywhere. So
Did it have one of those fantastic opening theme songs?
It did. I can't remember the
big
name
guitar.
of it. It did. It did. And it was like it showed
montage.
the beautiful homes in Malibu because it took place in Malibu.
Okay.
So here I am going down, and it was about these kids from the valley that had had gotten bused into the school, so they're having to share this space with the affluent.
I remember that. I
Right?
remember watching that. Absolutely.
And so it's like the two worlds colliding, and how do they fit together, and this whole thing. And it was actually really a lot of fun. It was really cool. So went on from there, and then I did guest stars on everybody's show, everything from Sabrina to Family Matters. I did Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I did In the House. I did.
Well, that had been
all
fun for
kinds
you.
of stuff. Yeah,
That had been really fun for you to come and go and be a guest artist in these fantastic popular
awesome,
shows.
because they were all shows that I loved. You know, I'm like I got to work with Urkel. You know, it was like, and that was cool. And then I did The Shield, which was with Michael Chiklis, and that show won a Golden Globe and an Emmy. Some of the work that I'm most proud of on that show. So I was on that show for a couple of seasons, recurring. Nice. And that was, I think that show was the show I really got to show my my range, because I was a bad guy. I was a drug dealer. Okay. So everybody knows me as Zach, this happy, nice guy. And all of a sudden I was a dude with like cornrows, and I was a drug dealer. I was carrying a gun. I didn't give a whatever,
Right.
So that was cool. And I continue to work. I do a lot of voiceover. I do looping with a number of loop groups. So we work on different TV shows. I've done.
We learned about looping with Christy Ferris was telling us about.
Christy Ferris.
Christy, I love her. We work together.
Oh, great.
What'd you work?
She was on the real ShowCast.
Yeah, we do. What did we work on most recently? We did the Bobby Brown show. The Bobby Brown
looping?
movie. Yeah, looping.
Yeah, she was like, it's kind of it's a secret.
It is kind of a secret.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know, I'm gonna figure out what's going
It's
on.
a small circle, a small circle of people that work, and it's great money.
Yeah.
And we do television and we do film, and so I've been doing that for 15 or more years. That's been another way to, to stay SAG relevant and work as an actor and do my thing. So a lot of voiceover work. I've done video games. I've done some stuff.
Open season?
I did some work. I did looping on open season.
Okay.
Yes, so I was in it I
Googled.
did that. It's funny. There's a lot that I've done that you would never see on IMDb because I'm there as a looper and you don't know that I've done it. But I did. I've done Spider-Man. I've done all these different things. I did Forrest Gump. I like all these different movies and some really cool stuff. So
you probably run into Josh Keaton from time to time. He's done. He did Spider-Man. He did one of the Spider-Man.
Okay.
Spider-Mans.
Yes.
And also a character from Voltron, I believe.
Okay.
So he's always touring. Anyway, he was in No Authority.
Okay.
In our group before I came, and then I took his spot. But yeah, I have.
I think I met him. I'm horrible with names and faces, so I can't say for sure. But it's very likely that we've been in the same circle. Maybe we've seen each other at Comic-Cons.
Josh Keaton, keep it in your head. So next time if you hear
Keaton.
it,
I'll be like, Keaton, are you?
Keaton.
Yo, hey, Josh. I'll just okay. So
it'll be like your family,
it'll be
just like that.
almost like it.
Almost like it.
Well, Tommy.
Is it time?
I think it is time.
I think it's time.
Is it time? What time is it?
Time.
It's morphin time. I did that. Oh. See, you didn't see that coming.
We gotta let that breathe.
You didn't.
We gotta let that breathe for a second.
Shh.
All right, here.
And we're back.
6, 7, and 7 questions. 7 questions. 7 questions. Get 4, you win.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
We got to the part of the show.
It's
where we have
morphin time.
I'm
It's
slightly
time to morph
frightened.
into a winner.
Trivia
go.
questions.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Would you like to know what you'll win if you get 4 of
Tell
the
me what
7?
I'm gonna win. Tell me what I'm gonna win.
You will get a vintage
Ooh.
No Authority T-shirt
Ooh.
from my mom's basement.
It's got our faces on it.
It has our faces, and
Does it
maybe,
really?
if you're lucky, we'll sign it.
Wow.
Okay.
If you get
we'll
five,
sign it.
Cool.
if you get 5 right, we'll sign it.
If I 5.
5.
Okay. Well, I'll sign the contract then.
Now
so.
I will tell you this. There's the first question and the last question are pretty tough. We've only had one guest that actually got one of these right without a clue.
All right.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Speaking of, so should we start with the very first
Good.
question for 7 questions? Get 4, you'll win. 5, a signature. Question number 1.
Number one.
What was the number 1 song in America the day Mighty Morphin Power Rangers debuted August 28th, 1993?
Uh-huh.
Give you a hint.
It's tough.
It was the first cassette tape I ever bought.
So,
That's
based on how well you know him, this should be easy for you.
Nasty Boy.
Ooh, good guess.
It actually
Good
surprised
guess.
me. It surprised me.
It's like the opposite of strong.
Right.
Weak.
By.
Oh, TLC. I get so weak in my knees. I
can hardly speak.
SWV.
SWV.
Weak SWV.
That was an awesome song.
Sisters
I love
with
that.
Such a
Voices.
good. I was really excited when I googled that one. I was like, yes. Guess what? You win. You got one.
Hey.
Oh crap.
Ish.
Beating on the table.
I got one ish.
You got
No, that was-
we'll give that to you. That's
Yeah.
how those work. Okay. Which season of the Power Rangers had the largest cast?
Which season of the Power Rangers has the largest cast? Mighty Morphin.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. Hey, because we had 5 and we added 6. Yeah.
Actually, I meant overall cast because the voiceovers and everything.
Oh yeah.
Still
yeah.
still the largest.
Mighty Morphin. Yeah.
Still the largest.
Nailed it. So, what was the name of Power Rangers Season 9?
Woo! That's a good one. Let me see. Hey Siri.
Alexa, what's the name?
I could not say. Let's see. There's.
Siri is listening, and that's terrifying.
That is hilarious and
She's
scary.
like, it's iPhones. Yeah. Anyway. So anyway.
Siri's like, I got you.
I know. I got you. I'm like, I should have said it. It's, so the 9th season,
What was the name of the Power Rangers 9th season?
Power Rangers in Space,
That is incorrect.
No. Good guess.
Jungle Fury.
Nope.
It's you know what?
I never watched a season besides mine, so I don't know.
Fair enough.
Power Rangers Wild
Force.
Force.
Power
Correct.
Rangers, which I
Wild
understand was
Force.
a really good cast and a lot of.
Wild Force. Why were they wild?
Force.
What made them
They were
wild?
wild.
Wild Force.
I met a lot of the actors from the different seasons, but I can't say that I've watched the shows. The actors have been awesome, superb, really cool people.
What was their
Great Power
like?
Ranger family.
Like it's wild time.
It's-
What was their thing?
I don't know that was ever a thing.
I'm making things up for them. That's what it should have
It's
been.
wild.
It's wild time.
Wild Force.
All right.
Okay, I don't know.
Let's see. Okay, season 12 was called Power Rangers SPD.
Yep.
What does SPD stand for?
Super Power. Power Rangers SPD. What? It was Super. Wait. It's Space.
Space, yes.
SPD. Space Patrol.
Yes.
Delta.
Not American Airlines, but yes.
Okay,
Gosh,
okay.
that was painful.
Space Patrol Delta.
Space Patrol Delta. Ooh, hey. You know what? And that's a very appropriate name for them. I just did.
And in the
It rolls right off the tongue.
in the
Just
South
makes-
Korean dub, it's actually Special Police Delta.
Oh, Special Police Delta.
Not sure why,
Space.
but
I
it
think you
is.
should do the next question.
I'm glad it was SPD and not STD. That would have been weird.
That would be very strange.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's an ointment for that.
Okay. What do Twin Man and Snizzard have in common?
Twin Man and Snizzard. They're both very strange people. They're monsters.
Okay, that's correct.
That is correct.
That's correct.
But another thing they have in common is
Well, I think they're both voiced, if I'm correct, by Zordon. Zordon from the new movie, Bryan Cranston.
Brian
Bryan
Cranston.
Cranston.
Hey! Also known as the man from Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. Walter White.
Walter
And
White.
I love that Walter
WW.
White was
Hey,
voices
You know what?
for
Isn't that
Twin
awesome?
Man and Snizzard.
Snizzard. When I first heard, I thought it was like I thought it was
Sipping on some
Snizzard.
Snizzard.
Snizzard. It was like got a break because my mother said be home by dessert. Like Snizzard. I don't know. Anyway,
Yes, Bryan Cranston.
Got it.
off on a tangent. That's
saw
that's
that.
how I roll.
All right. Question number 6 of 7.
6 of 7.
I think you have 3 in the bag. You just need 2
6
for one more
of
for
7.
the T-shirt.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
What do you get? Sorry. What do you get when you mix all the Power Rangers? Sorry.
You like this one, huh? Did you not read it ahead of time?
No, I did. What do you get if you mix all of the Power Rangers together?
Megaforce.
Yeah.
That's actually close to what I said.
Absolutely.
I said super mega Power Ranger.
Let's see. This is a Tommy question. He wrote, "You get the color brown."
Or black.
Or black.
Or black.
Though to the naked
Yeah.
eye, it could be black if it's
will
not
still
lit.
That's
be-
hilarious because all the things that you said, Tommy wrote on this question.
Not even kidding.
So we're going to say that a giant success.
All right, woo, woo, woo.
Congratulations.
not
Hey,
even
get it.
not even kidding. Like all the things, all the things you hit on.
Look at that. Super mega.
I totally made that up.
Just kidding.
So
man.
good job. Wait, that was
that is-
excellent.
Congratulations for
Excellent.
the vintage No Authority T-shirt. Now for the signature.
Hey, trying to get that signature.
Final question. Go ahead, Tommy.
Final question is: what was the #1 song in America the day Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series finale aired? And that was November 27th, 1995.
November 7th, 1995.
November 27th, 1995.
November 27th.
Yeah, because that's such a huge difference.
It's going to make a difference.
Yeah.
One song.
What do you think? Like wintertime? Actually, no, that's
That's
not really.
fall.
It's not.
That's fall.
Yeah, it's winter.
It's not.
It's after
re-
Thanksgiving.
You're taking down the
not-
Halloween decorations, putting up the chucks of corn.
1995.
but it's not really a Christmassy
That is
song.
right around the
So
time.
yeah,
Let's
that was
say-
a bad clue.
She,
Mm-hmm.
hot mess.
Oh, Madonna. No, sorry. Yes.
She
She plays beer pong with champagne.
what?
That's true. It's a true statement.
Oh,
How do you know this?
it was a
You
good
played
party.
with her?
Yeah, it was a really
Hey.
good party.
It's a good party.
I told you I had the party house.
1995.
That's
Hold on, I'm thinking.
She was the business then.
Yeah, she was the beast.
She was she was I probably like the
pop
diva,
star.
the pop star, yeah.
Yeah, and had the voice to match.
And was married to an exec.
Oh, Whitney Houston.
No, I mean, those things are true
Okay.
about her as well.
Okay. Let's see. I'm thinking. Wait, was she married then?
She
I don't know.
this person was married to the head of her label.
I know there. I know there were really hot singers right there because I used to run to them. One person I never met, but I thought was awesome was Mariah Carey. She had that whistle. Was it Mariah Carey?
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey. Hey.
And the song.
And the song was
'Cause it's just a sweet fantasy.
Right? I close my eyes.
I don't know why I chose that key to sing that.
Yeah,
it was
you-
really hot. It
tossed
threw
it
me
way
off.
up.
The picture threw me
Well,
off a little
welcome
bit.
to 7 questions. Like we said, the first one and last one are always really difficult.
Tough.
We want you to go
It's
remember
song trivia.
the first time you heard these songs.
Mariah Carey, Sweet
Right?
Fantasy. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Wow. I was always attracted to her.
Yeah, she's
She's sexy.
I think I think we all were to some degree.
Well, listen, we have come towards the end of this podcast.
So soon?
Towards the real
the end.
ShowCast.
Oh, but okay. All right.
Towards
So,
the end.
and this is the time that we personally would like to say thank you so much. And if there's anything that you would like to promote, that you want people to rush and
Well,
run,
let's talk about some current projects
yeah,
or future
so
projects
what's
that you might
happening?
have that
What-
you've
do you
got
wanna
going on.
promote anything?
I am currently traveling around the world. I'm headed to Puerto Rico Wednesday
Sweet.
to Puerto Rico. So I'm doing that. I'm going to. I'm the voice of the cyborg toy for Mattel, which is cool.
What?
Yeah, I am the voice.
It's like
of
a physical.
yeah, there's a toy that talks. They talk to each other.
Oh, nice.
It talks Superman, Batman, whatever. We have. I'm gonna be in the documentary "The Toys That Made Us," season 3. I think that's
Okay.
coming up soon.
Also on Netflix, right?
Also on Netflix, yes. And I am. If you want to know any other details about where I'm at or what I'm doing, you can hit me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Perfect.
All at Walter E. Jones.
Walter E. Jones.
Walter
E.
E. Jones.
Jones.
The E is for Emmanuel, but don't look that up.
Don't look at and
Walter
don't
E.
confuse him
Jones.
with the football player.
No,
There's a Walter
He's
Jones.
just Walter Jones. I'm Walter E.
Walter
Jones.
E.
Walter
Jones.
E. Jones.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'm sure that you're a lot of fun to follow too, because you've
You get to see my life. You get to see what I'm doing, like the people I meet and the places I go, and it's kind of cool.
and who wouldn't want that?
Hey,
I want it,
I want it
and
too.
I'm gonna get
Am I
it.
following you?
Give me some
I
of
mean,
that.
we're friends obviously on Facebook, but I don't know if I'm following your Instagram. If not, I'm gonna have to.
Can we fix that? Can we make that work?
We're gonna have to do
yeah,
that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean, you have the authority to do that.
Yes, we do, baby.
We do have the authority.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
You see what I'm
Nailed
saying?
it.
Walter E. Jones, again, you're inspirational. You're fantastic. We love you very much.
Probably one of the most positive people I know.
Thank
as
you.
well,
Yes.
which
No, thank
is
you.
awesome.
I intend
So-
to maintain that. Yeah.
and you deserve all the good things that are coming your way. So we appreciate you. Thanks again for coming.
Huge shout out and thank you to KGem.
Woo woo.
Thank you
And
guys.
Thank every one of you guys for watching and listening. And also, our handles are at The Real ShowCast. I realize that we don't say that often, but it's at The Real ShowCast.
At the Real Showcast.
All of
Is
them.
it at the Real Showcast or
the
at
re-
the Real Showcast?
At The Real ShowCast.
At the Real Showcast.
At The Real ShowCast.
At the real ShowCast.
Hey,
Showcast?
look at that.
At The Real ShowCast.
Thank
Got
you
it.
for listening.
And we've said it enough times.
Yes.
Thank you for listening, everybody. We love you so much.
Peace.
And good night.
Bye, guys.
Oh yeah.